Hello everyone, and welcome back to my brand new channel, Inexpensive Beauty. And it is your girl, Nikki the Mohawk Maiden, and we are going to talk about waxing. It is only natural that we talk about waxing because let me tell you, I was at the beach and I saw some things that were just not pretty. So this is the number 4 video in my summer skin series, and if you have not watched the other 3, I recommend it. We talk about hair removal such as eyebrow threading. We talk about the proper way to wash your face, and we just talk about different skin issues and skin sins if you are committing these skin sins. So check them out. Tell me what you think. Post your own videos. Give me video feedback. I love video comments. Love them, love them, love them. So let's get to it. We are going to talk about waxing. We're going to talk about bikini waxing and bushwhacking, as some people may know it. Because ladies, let's be honest, during the winter, we kind of let our hair grow a little more than we would during the summer. Nobody's looking at us. It's cold. We pretty much don't care. And if we're single, we really don't care. Not saying that we don't shave, period, but it's just not a priority. So, you know, things tend to get a little bushy and unkept, and only do we think about it during the summer when we're showing all of our legs and in our bikini area and things of that nature. So we are going to talk about waxing. I have a couple of things that I want to share with you really, really quick. And then we're going to talk about bikini waxing because that is an area near and dear to my heart. The history of waxing. Believe it or not, bikini waxing or Brazilian waxing did not start in Brazil. Actually, it is an ancient art, and it started in Egypt. The women there would use a sugary mix, still called sugaring in some countries, and a lot of Middle Eastern women use it in wedding rituals. They will mix up this concoction and shave to appear more clean. So the first thing I want to tell you is make sure you have a couple of these items on hand when you are doing any type of waxing, especially bikini wax. I want you to have some aspirin. Believe it or not, waxing can be painful. I did a video on threading, and I heard from different people, it's not painful, doesn't hurt, you shouldn't feel it, it's really quick. Bull freaking crap. It hurts. It hurts. Anytime you're ripping hair out of something, imagine you remember when you were a kid, you got like a little scrape or a bruise or a bump and it was bleeding, so your mama put a Band-Aid on it and you left that Band-Aid on there, and pretty soon it was crusted and it was just gross, and you didn't want to peel it off because you knew when you ripped it off, it was going to hurt. Same theory with any part of your body. If you are ripping hair out of anything, it hurts. Get you some aspirin. Second thing I will recommend is a good, clean razor. Do not use your razor more than twice. Women who have very coarse hair should never use a razor more than twice because the coarser the hair, the quicker the razor dulls. And I don't even like those women razors. I will tell you, if you've already pretty much cut the hair off and you're doing upkeep or you're doing maintenance on your hair, use a man's razor because think about it. Men usually have stubble and their razors are designed for stubble. So usually when you start shaving certain areas, you only have stubble. Use a man's razor because it is designed just for that. It's designed to use against stubble. The next thing I will tell you to make sure that you have is, sorry, my nose is itching, powder. You're going to need powder because powder takes away the excess moisture and allows the actual wax to stick to the piece of cloth that is being used. When it's wet down there and you're trying to wax something, it's even more painful. Get some baby powder. Like I will tell anyone, shaving gel, not soap, not body wash, shaving gel. If you can get a clear shaving gel, that is even better. And ladies, if you happen to run out of shaving gel, use conditioner. Use an exfoliant. I love this. This is Body by Bedhead Love Yourself Exfoliating Polish. I actually got this at a show. I got a couple of bottles of it, and I absolutely love it. Haven't been able to really find it, but it's just really, really good stuff. It has jojoba oil and macadamia nut in it, and it has a passion fruit extract. So it's really, really sensitive, but it has like the grit to it. There you go. Bring the grit up to you. So it's like really exfoliating your skin, brings that grit up. So you can use this before you shave and after you shave. The next thing I will tell you to make sure that you have is a puff. You definitely need a puff. I recommend a puff that has some type of abrasiveness to it. And make sure you get one that has a hand. It's like a hand puff, so you can pretty much like slide your hand in and out. It's just so much easier to use. And let's get fresh, clean razor. I recommend for women who have very, very coarse hair or bushy, thick hair to get a actual trimmer or a hair trimmer that a man may use for his head or anything like that, and keep the hair cut low, and then use one of these to just do upkeep or maintenance, preferably a man's razor for the stubble. And you're going to take the cream. I'm just going to do this really, really quickly on my arm. Let me go ahead and slide it back some. Oops, sorry guys. So let's say I'm shaving this area right here. I'm just going to go ahead and, oops, didn't mean to put all that on there. So I have this area right here. And I'm pretty much going to just lather it up really, really good. And you are going to shave against the way your hair grows. So my hair grows in a downward pattern as with most women. So what you're going to do is you're going to shave upward. And you're going to remove the excess. And you're going to do it again. You're going to shave upward. You're going to do it again. You're going to shave upward. And you're going to take your time when you're doing this, because when you shave, it is so easy to cut yourself. But you want to make sure that you have enough of the shaving gel on it to keep your skin moisturized. When you start getting around the areas, we'll say that my elbow is a knee. When you start getting around your knee area, you want to take your time, because the ridges are usually where people tend to cut themselves, in their knees, things like that. And there's nothing like having a nasty gash on your leg. It's just gross. You don't want to cover it with a band-aid. I mean, what's the purpose? You've already shaved. You want those pretty sexy legs. So you don't want to get any type of gashes around your knees. So take your time. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you ladies who actually go to salons and get bikini waxes or Brazilian waxes is to make sure that the area is clean. Get in the shower, wash, exfoliate, remove that extra layer of skin, but do not trim the hair. Your hair has to be at least 1/4 of an inch to actually wax. And believe it or not, it does not help the situation. You're not helping them. They know what they're doing. They're professionals. So make sure that you are clean. You have on cotton underwear, white cotton underwear preferably, because you don't want anything rubbing up against it. And cotton is breathable. It's not an irritant. It's just a nice pair of panties to wear after you've gotten that area taken care of. Make sure you bring your own baby powder. I have gone to several salons who didn't have baby powder, because what you're going to do is when you're getting a wax, sometimes women sweat. I mean, you never know. You're nervous. All kinds of things happen down there. You want to go ahead and you are going to put powder on the areas that you're perspiring in, because that way when you are waxing, you're not actually pulling out the hair along with the wetness, because first of all, it takes longer. Second of all, it's more painful. You want the wax to stick to the hair, not your skin. So that is where the powder comes into play. Then you're going to make sure, take an aspirin. Take an aspirin. Anytime you are removing hair from any area, you are ripping hair out of a follicle. It is going to hurt. Do not believe the myth. It doesn't hurt. You get used to it. It's not so bad. Bull freaking crap. I did a video on threading, and let me tell you, it hurt. I'm ripping hair out of a follicle. I don't care how quick it is, it still hurts. Not as bad as plucking, because plucking is like when I get my eyebrows plucked, I can feel it in my toes. I hate it. But like I said before, it's still painful. Pop that aspirin. So you're going to get in the shower, you're going to wash, you're going to get you some cotton panties, you're going to put those on, you're going to pop an aspirin, and you're going to go right to the salon and get your waxing done. Make sure you have your powder with you. Make sure that you've exfoliated. And if for some odd reason you are burning or tingling, go home, put some aloe vera on that area, get some hydroperoxide, because it is an antiseptic. And you can go ahead and put that on that area, put on your cotton panties, and after a day or two, you should be good. But like I said before, this is just, tips on waxing. Maybe you have some tips, maybe some things I don't know you want to tell me. Send me a video. I love video comments. I'm not one of those people who, oh, I don't like that comment, I'm not going to put it on. No. I want to hear what you think. So if you guys have any bushwhacking stories, if you have any hair removal stories, let me know. I love them. They're hilarious. They're funny. And just follow those simple, easy steps, and you'll be good for the summer. So once again, this is Nikki, your Mohawk Maiden. And like I always say, it is okay to be beautiful, but how are you going to do it? You're going to do it inexpensively. And you guys have a good night. Bye.